Good morning. It's 10:02. It's Saturday, February 14th. And here I am, live and in color. Turn the light down a little bit. There we go. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Now I'll add our other video source. Right here. Oops. Come on, guys. You know I want to be right of middle. Just to the right of middle. Not left. Not hard right. Just in the middle, leaning right. Anyhow, I went through my secret my secret Scotch tape. And my 2 tickets rendered 0 on the Richter scale. They have been promptly placed in the trash. And we start over for, I guess, a Tuesday launch of a couple more tickets. This is my trusty printout of what happened yesterday on Mega Millions. As most of you know, I've been checking out that. Look at those big numbers. 34, 40, 49, 59, 68. Mega Millions ball number 1. There was no 5 on the very top. There's no grand prize. That says 0. There are no $1 million winners. No $10,000 winners. However, there were 9 $500 winners. And so on down the list. Jimmy won nothing. The overall odds of winning this are like 1 in 23. So 22 times you fail, 1 time you have success. I won $70 somehow one time, 2 tries ago. A $30 ticket and a $40 ticket. Whoops. There we go. See all the numbers. My video screen on my MacBook Pro has a higher resolution than the portion of the screen that I've allocated for this. It thinks it's a camera, but it's actually, I'm a bad pro. Excuse me while I have a sip of coffee. Remember, this is like having coffee with Jimmy. I'm having trouble streaming to X. Up through December 5th, I think it was. Everything's fine, and all of a sudden, X bombs out the first 5 seconds. It's an immediate reject. So I got a full and complete answer from Super Grok. Let's see if I can show you. It's right here. Let's see if I can load this. Oh, baby. There it is. Look at this, it gave me all this stuff on how to maybe fix the problem. Yeah. Now I just need a, reconnect your X account. Yeah. Let me do this and kill the caches and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so that's a little play thing for me to deal with. Meantime, YouTube is streaming fine. It's solid. I put on a little show yesterday for 2.5 hours. YouTube hung in there for the whole 2.5 hours. See right here, this is right there. This is an elapsed time. This tells me how much time I've been on the air on YouTube. 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Yep. And this iPad, which is off, should have clocks running. There you go. That tells you. Whoops. This thing's in the way. There we go. Let's reassign this a little bit. There you can see the time. Yep, it's 10:09 a.m. in the morning. All right. This is my spreadsheet where it seems that Lottery Central check Lottery Central. Mega Millions, 395 million. That's a serious. I mean, the chance of winning is slim and none. There are 45 states that are carrying Mega Millions, receiving tickets with combinations and numbers and all that. So, 290 million to 1 that you will lose. Yeah. Well, I lost. So that's the green dot. The green dot, 395 million. February 17th. That's a Tuesday. Friday, Tuesday, Friday, Tuesday, Friday, Tuesday. I keep telling you. Friday, Tuesday. Twice a week. 395 million. There, February 17th. It's the middle row here, all the way across. And now, just by showing 3 of these instead of the whole spreadsheet, because I've tracked every one of these 22 rollovers. You see line 22? Means there've been 21 times in which it's rolled over. Roll over John Dollar. 395 million. That is Tuesday's jackpot, if you're the single winner. And of course, in the Mega Millions winning numbers column, there are no numbers in the middle column. Because they haven't done it yet. You got to go buy your tickets. Then at 10 o'clock they close it down, and then at 11 o'clock they roll the balls. So that's why rollover's there. If you elected, so on this $395 million jackpot to a single winner. I'm going right across, middle row. Whoops. The lump sum would be approximately $178,700,000. That's the cash. That's the lump sum payout next to the green dot. Now, of course, you don't get that deposit because Uncle Sam has his arm reaching out in a big way because it knows you're probably going to be in the 37% tax bracket. And it says, if you don't mind, I'll send to me, lottery people, the 24% withholding tax for James. And when he does his tax return, he'll have 24% of that 37% already credited to his account. He'll just need to deposit with us another 13%. So you can see 135 and 112 million. That's about 23,300,000. So for argument's sake, put 25 million in a savings account so that when you pay your other 13%, it'll come out of that $25 million savings account. And there'll be like $1 million left over that you can then put back in your operating account. However, the lump sum jackpot after the 37% income tax is $112,581,000. Imagine. Ooh. Yeah, that's TD Bank. Look forward for 112 million. That's you'd be on page 1 of the deposit list. Yeah. If you elected to do the annuity, stay in the middle row here. The initial payment under the 30 payment plan of the annuity, you get this day one. Day one meaning 15 days from the draw date, or 15 days from today. They want 2 weeks from the day after the draw date, because the draw date is like 11 p.m. They can't do anything between 11 p.m. and midnight. So that's why they say 15 days. So it's 15 days from Saturday or Wednesday, or 14 days from Saturday or Wednesday. Anyway, your initial payment would be $5,945,000. If there's another rollover, that initial payment escalates to $6 million, and it goes up 5% for all succeeding annual payments. You get this $5,945,000 day one. Day one, meaning 15 days from the draw date. Same thing with this 112 million. There we go, that one right there, yeah. It's a big number, huh? Woo. That's the jackpot after 37%. In Florida, there is no income tax. So, the state of Florida doesn't grab any part of that. You live in New York State. Oh yeah, zap you for another 13%. Yeah, 13% of 112 million is $15 million, round numbers. Another 15 million out the window. Yeah. For what? Winning a lottery? What did the state do? Nada. That's why a lot of New York people are fleeing to Florida to avoid their terrible taxation. By the time you add up the federal tax and the state tax, 50 cents of every dollar you earn in New York State goes to taxes. The other 49% you can have for now, till we dream up another tax. All right, so that's That's that strip right there. If it rolls over again, it could go to 405 million. It's rolling over though to 395 for Tuesday. If no one wins on Tuesday, then a week from yesterday, the jackpot will escalate to 405 million. That's the next draw guesstimates. All these are estimates. You notice in the very top in the fine black print, lump sum payout, after-tax payout, and dollar values are estimates produced by the author, which is Jimmy. All data presented herein have not been confirmed nor endorsed by the lottery. Oh yeah, they don't even know Jimmy exists. All this. The only thing I'm sure of is that the lottery people said the estimated jackpot to a single winner for Tuesday, the 17th draw, is estimated, they say estimated at 395 million. Yep. That's the rollover. John Doe rollover. There we go. There's the lump sum. At 135 million would be next to that green dot. That 135 million would be the deposits into your account after the 24% tax. Yeah, this is after tax, after the withholding tax. That's still a chunk of money. But remember, you got to put 20 million in the side pocket because Uncle Sam wants that other 13%, because you will likely be in the 37% tax bracket. Yeah. Unless you're already a billionaire and you got all kinds of depreciation to offset this amazing 178 million increase to your annual income. I mean, you could already be a billionaire, play Mega Millions. If you're Trump, you just put it in your legal defense fund. Because the liberals will be suing you for every time you bend over. Let's have another sip of my hot coffee. All right, so I asked Super Grok why the X keeps bombing out. YouTube, lights up great. But for some reason or other, as of the last posting I see on Grok is December 5. And then all of a sudden, it bails. Immediately bails. They're just... So they said, do a couple things, which I'm going to do. There are a whole bunch of things, so you go through a checklist. I should ask the same question of Ecamm Live. And Grok says they're very responsive. The Grok is really, they are. Elon is spending oodles of dollars making the AI. AI has been around a long time, folks. I'm sorry. The media just figured it out. And now they throw it out there. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. And they throw it out there like this is some, it is, artificial intelligence is entering, a new age of, implementation into our society. But, hey, I was a coder. I was a programmer, an IBM, can you believe it, coder, dating back into the mid-'70s. That's a long time ago. And there was computer, it's computer programming. I mean, that's what computer programming is. You're telling the machines what and how to do things. So, that's what artificial intelligence is. It's computers have been programmed to do things based on what it sees or hears, or inputs, or whatever. But everyone, look at this. Computer science enrollment falls across the University of California for the first time in 20 years. Look, there's a computer class. It's empty. Why? Because everybody is re-enrolled in artificial intelligence. They don't want to learn about this computer science general stuff. They want to learn how to be part of this AI revolution. So this classroom is EMPTY. Sorry for the P word. There's a pop filter built into this super duper expialidocious SM7B microphone. It is magnificent, I must say. Magnifique. Yeah, you can sneak up and whisper into this baby. It's really quite good. I must say. You'll notice that I'm a technology guy, you know. If you're gonna do this, you might as well have the best. You know, the best equipment only costs about 15% more than the average equipment. So, yeah, come on. I owe it to you to have, you know, the best possible equipment affordable in a 100 square foot studio. I dare to call it a studio. It's in quotes up there in my ticker tape. I have a website that has a lot of pictures that we've taken over the last 20 years. 416-1100.com. Yep, go there. And you can see all kinds of stuff. There's an icon you can see on my screen right here. See Wilson Pics with my little logo on it. See this logo? Here, this logo, the icon that's on my, and look at that, I got my little logo right on there. I forget how I did that, but I did it. Yeah, this actually goes to 416-1100.com with the touch of a finger. 1, 2, 3, touch it. There it goes. Look at that. Health and wellness creates great images. That's true. You hit go home. See the go home button? It'll send you to squeeze this up a little bit. There we go. Make sure you get the full thing here. Go home. Upper left corner. Go home. Press that, takes you right back to here. So if you get lost, this is a big website. Look at there's Marilyn and Jay Leno. A lovely couple. Get your hands off her. Jay, wipe that smile off your face. He's got a big chin, I'll tell you. So underneath every one of these pictures is either another tree of further galleries, or it goes right to a gallery. Like here, see the car? That antique car? If I press on that red antique car, whatever it is, that's a money shot. See the Boca Hotel in the background? Yeah. All right, I'm going to touch that. Bingo. Look at that. Unique events. These are all car shows. I like this picture right here. Boca Raton 12th Annual Concours de Elegance with the beautiful blue sky and the Boca Hotel in the background. Let's touch that picture. That's going to take me right into the 12th annual Concours d'Elegance. Yes, that's about as French as I get. Yeah, there's Jay Leno. Now this is 2018. That's a few years ago, huh? Oof. 8 years ago. Yeah, February. 8 years ago. Ooh. This may be coming up in a couple of weeks. I have to see if I can get some press passes. Anyway, let's touch this picture. There's Jay Leno. He's a happy guy. Got his arm extended. Looks like he's got an attractive Southern California tan. I'm gonna go back. There we go. Here's yours truly with let's see. I got wife Marilyn there with the striped shirt. And between me and Marilyn is a cousin. And the other two ladies are models for Diamonds. Diamond something. They're selling stuff, jewelry at the Concours d'Elegance. And they've hired these three models. Cousin happens to be one of them. Diamonds. Lemon. Something. Anyway. There's me with the straw hat, press pass, big camera in right hand. There we go. So there's like thumbnail sketches of all the... Oh, Jay Leno ran over here. He's trying to buy this car. Come on, sir, make me an offer. Sort of says, make me an offer. I'm not going to negotiate myself out of a car. You silly boy. So now he's checking his checkbook. Yeah, he wanted that car. He jumped after that guy 2 or 3 times. Yeah, I'm paying attention to you, OJ. All the fine restaurants in town produce some of their fine, dishes, desserts, little things. These people that attend this, look at that, the saute little those tubattinis. Oh, is that good? And he was Cafe Hughes or something. Yeah. Chef Paul, I can't read his embroidery on his jacket. Grill something. Anyway, they offer a lot of fine food. People pay, several $100s a ticket. And it enjoys them to be in this tented area where they got all the finest restaurants in the Boca Raton area and Delray. And they all come here to see everybody under the tent. I'm like behind the lines, taking a side view all the way across, looking at all the people way down here. Yeah. They're all important people, except for I'm just a photographer. There's some more stuff. Yeah, that's more handiwork. So it's a nice afternoon. We were sitting up on the hill having lunch, having a hot dog, probably, or a hamburger. Yeah, ooh, boy, it's nice to be out. I can't be in the sun, so I have to be shaded. Yeah. I took pictures of a lot of stuff. Yeah. A lot of hood ornaments. Ooh, look at that red. This red and white Corvette. I had one just like that, but it was white with a blue panel. This is red with a white panel. It had a sporty little soft top which would fold and go underneath the panel back there. So you get the convertible. We also had the hard top. See, this is the same car. The hard top you bolt on manually. Well, this is now electric, but in 1959, that's a 1959 Corvette. I had one of those. My mother told my father, "Give Jimmy the car keys." And he reluctantly handed over his car keys. He said, "You better not put a scratch on this thing." You know, I'm like 18 years old going to college. Give Jimmy the car keys. That was, my mother parked that out at my father at dinner one night, and I get, this isn't going to go down well. It was like a surprise, you know. I mean, I didn't ask for anything. I was just getting ready to go to school. Can I have a ride? 1,000 miles south. Oh, yeah. Look at all these pictures. Oh. Yep, there's Marilyn. With her credentials hanging from her neck. There's Jay Leno. This is my final offer. I think I told you. Says, "Jay, I really like meeting you. Get out of here." Here he's calling his banker. "Hey, I need $3.5 million. Yeah, I don't know what those cars are extremely valuable. They truck them here. They put them inside of a 18-wheeler, seal it up. The guy's got a couple of cars to show. So I'm going to go back. Because that was the Concours d'Elegance in 2018. So I just backed out of that. Before that, see, that's February 25th, 2018. 2 days before that, February 22nd. Oh, this is 2019. This is, here's 2018. The Friday, 6 p.m., the Boca Aviation hangar party. That's like dovetail with this. You buy a ticket for that. It also includes a pass to get into this. The hangar party, which is Boca Aviation, one of the buildings in the Boca Raton Airport. And there's the beginning of the hangar party before this all fills up. See, this is the Boys and Girls Club. See that? Of Broward County. Yeah. Here's important people that own expensive cars that are showcased at the hangar party. Red carpet leads you right into this area where they have unlimited access to the bar. Yeah, this is a 50 by 100 binocular on teak wood tripod. $7,900. You can have this for your very self. I didn't even bother showing you the binoculars. Oh boy. Hey, lots of expensive. Oh, there's the binoculars. Yeah, 15 millimeter oculars. There's 10 of them known in the world. This is number 10, made in Tokyo. Really? Oh, gold, screw, this gold, that. Yeah, that's why that was $7,900. Those are binoculars that sit on top of that thing. Yeah. This is the Boca Aviation checkpoint. Checkpoint, Charlie. Yeah, happy people. Boys and Girls Club, yeah. Yeah, that picture is... There you go, there's an airplane. Yeah, that's a Honda Air jet. See, it has the engine up on a pylon instead of attached to the side of the body. Slightly less vibration for the passengers. Oh, how about some strawberries, sir? Would you like a strawberry? Look at the size of that strawberry. Oh my God. Oh, beautiful sauce on it. Eating in such a... Oh, look at that little flame. Melt the cheese a little bit inside of the... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little torch. Handheld torch. Oh, how about some vodka? These people own their own vodka still thing. An ice thing. Mermaid vodka. Get hooked on mermaid vodka. Yeah, I think it's a husband-wife couple. He took off and I was talking to her. I think we bought a bottle of that. It's probably somewhere. Looks like the same bottle that Tito's. We're like Tito's people. Handmade in Texas. Anyway, that's Mermaid. I should look that up and see if it's available in the stores. Mermaid. Get hooked on Mermaid vodka. Get hooked on Mermaid vodka. There you go. Let's take a look. Mermaid vodka is a premium, American-made Florida spirit. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? You can just say things to do your research. It is exceptionally smooth, gluten-free, crafted from 100% corn. Oh, corn fuse me. It's 48 times distilled and 10 times charcoal. 48 times distilled? Please. That's obscene. Show more, of course. Awards 2019 Global Spirit Awards gold medalist. And 2024, 2 years ago, World Spirits Competition double gold medal winner. A brand of woman-owned distillery. Yeah, so the lady was the owner. And she was at this event. It's fun talking to these people. Mermaid lemonade recipe. Yeah. Vodka and soda, please. Mm-hmm. Mermaid vodka, premium vodka, mermaid vodka. Get hooked on mermaid vodka. Now, very nice. I'm glad they're still in the mix. Apparently they're still $25 for 3/4 of a liter. Mm-hmm. Unflavored vodka. Yeah. Instacart. Look at that. Let's try that, Instacart. Alright, Instacart. Let's try ABC Liquors. Is it here? Get hooked on mermaid vodka. Alright, let's do a search. Can I use my microphone? I'd rather tell it what I want. Let's try that. Mermaid vodka. See, there's Tito's. Remember I told you it looks like the Tito's label? Yeah. ABC doesn't seem to have mermaid vodka. Although I'm looking quick. Alright. Turn that off. So mermaid vodka is still in the mix, as they say. Yeah, cool. We met the owner. We should get some of that and try it out. Get hooked on mermaid vodka. Let's go to AI mode. This way it looks at all the websites, it summarizes all this exciting information. AI mode. There we go. It's going through this. Whoops, there's the profile. I love it. The profile. Crafted in Zephyrhills, Florida. Well, you're wondering where in Florida, that's where it is. Vodka is designed for a tropical lifestyle, and those love being on the water, in the water. Naturally gluten-free. Process is distilled 48 times. That's crazy. I'd like to verify that. Total Wines and More. This is verified. You can order for delivery by Instacart. Yeah. Total Wines. Yeah, very nice. So there's the mermaid vodka. There it is. Yeah. See with the mermaid sitting there. Yeah. Very cool. Made in the USA. Mermaid vodka. 6 bottles for $190. Add to cart. It's featured in Rolling Stone magazine, Men's Journal, US Weekly. Yeah, cool. 80 proof. Alright, let's 189 divided by 6. $31.50 a bottle. Oh, that's a bargain. Whew. Oh, hey. Tito's the same thing. No, I think it's $32 for the 1.75 liter. That's the jug. That's the I'm almost an alcoholic size. U.S. is sending its athletes what? Best Valentine's gift that bring them joy. Box of chocolate. People who hate airports can't see what makes them magical. Yeah. Well, that airport must be in like Dubai or something. We don't have any airports like that in the U.S. anymore. Even Trump says, you'd be embarrassed if you go around the world and see what the world has to offer as far as airports. You go into our airports and it looks like a refugee center. Yeah. He's right. Yeah, I've traveled a little bit, and U.S. airport looks like Heathrow. If you've been in London, Heathrow Airport is a disaster. Particularly if you're a photographer or cameraman, where you have 20 pounds of high-tech equipment that they pick through. Put their fingerprints on the lens. Get your fingers off my lens. You slimy, sweaty. Yeah. Anyway, this is live. I have to grab this tab right here. There we go. You can see now that airport in full. People who hate airports can't see what makes them beautiful. Very simple explanation why politics is broken. The U.S. is sending its most athletes ever to the Winter Olympics. Here's where they're from. The best Valentine's Day gifts that'll bring them joy. Using AI for advice. Because you forgot to send flowers to your... Marilyn said, do not buy me flowers. Do you understand? Okay. Are you sure? I know the florist. He lives in our building. I said, his name is Hilton. I said, Hilton, no flowers for Marilyn this year. He sends back, okay. He's got me in his list. So, birthdays, Valentine's Days, holidays. He has flowers ready for Marilyn. Which is a smart thing to do if you're in the flower business. Get your best customers and remind them. Do you want that $135 bouquet you sent last year? Oh yes, Hilton, thank you so much. The same I love you message, yes. Yes, Hilton, please do that. He puts it all together. I said, please make sure it arrives 1 day early. So just in case of a snafu, we got 1 day to fix it. But on the day of, and it doesn't happen, I'm in trouble. Now I'm in trouble if we do it. That's what happens when you turn 80. She says, Jimmy, I do not want flowers. Okay. I promise. Courts have ruled 4,400 times that ICE has jailed the wrong people. That bumpkins. What a bunch of nonsense. Key developments in the Nancy Guerrieri case. Yeah. They swiped this 84-year-old woman on a pacemaker, for God's sakes. Now, with a little blood trail going out the front door, that's not a good sign. I don't know what happened to her, where she'd be bleeding profusely. Where you can see this is like a gravel. Oops. This is like a gravel. You can see a blood trail in that. You know you've been seriously smacked in the head. Yeah, I don't think that's a bleeding toenail. It looks like. God knows what happened. Could have been a robbery gone bad, and she caught them in the act, and they slapped her, and now they got a potential homicide thing to deal with. But they had to grab her, and they didn't want any witnesses, I guess. Anyway, at 2 a.m. I was up, I'm sorry to say, at 2 a.m. cleaning some things out of the kitchen. I hate getting up the next morning and have all kinds of stuff in the kitchen. Coffee cup. That's all I want. Upside down in the drain part of the kitchen sink. Yeah. Let's go to the New York Post and see what the cover looks like. Oop, I gotta touch this more up here. This brings up the menu. There's covers. Touch covers. Oh gosh. Guy went down. Uh-oh. Oh my quad. No, this is one of the best American guys. Oh God, flops. And stunner is gold medal dreams die. Oh boy. Yeah, that's too bad. That's not the cover I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see. Drug dealers pitch tents on sidewalks in the Bronx. And then this guy. Oh my quad. U.S. Olympic dream nightmare. Team USA Olympic nightmare. Oh my God. He was like a gold medal contender. Ooh. So sad. All right. The car is fully charged. %, full. I need to change that fill up instruction. I can only do it on my phone. Your phone is your key. Your phone is your key. There's the Tesla key. This is charging thing. I'm gonna bring that down to like 89%. There, 88%. So it's fully charged. And the software update. That's available. All right. What else we want to talk about here? Friday the 13th brings global sell-off in stocks and gold as AI fear grips markets. The fear of what? Come on. It's programming. Apps. You know, it's everybody. This girl that was supposedly pushed out of the 17th story of a building, dormitory building she's in. I read the report, and the county medical examiner ruled Aguilera's death as a suicide. There was zero proof that she had help. She was a jumper. The swan dive from 17 stories up. It basically goes flat. Yeah. He goes flat with 8 stories. 17 stories. You're flat as a pancake. Yeah. Catastrophic explosion of your, all your arteries and your brain, and everything just goes whoosh. Anyway, she was somewhere between fear and greed. Probably died in the yellow zone. No, the graphic had nothing to do with that story. There's a story about the digital. That's the way I feel right now with digital imaging. I taught a class at FAU. Still on the faculty, adjunct faculty.
It's 11 o'clock.
I still have a key to my classroom. It's just AI has taken over the digital world. They don't need Jimmy anymore. Not true. People, they want to go to class and be helped. They don't want to do this all by themselves. I've had some great students, cardiologists, cardiac surgeons, plastic surgeons, renowned plastic surgeons, been on TV often. And they took this one guy, Dr. Mann, took my class 3 times. He liked it so much the second time he came in and he brought some friends. So he calls me on the phone and says, Jimmy, you don't mind if I bring a couple of friends to it? Not at all. Bring them on in. I told him, class people, once you've paid for the tuition, you can come back. Every time I offer the class, if there's room, you can take an empty seat. But you can't take the seat of a new paying customer. No. You have to take an available seat. Paying customers get priority, first year. You're a returning student, you take whatever seats are available. So Dr. Mann brought 2 friends with him. Do you have room for a party of 3? Come right on over here, Dr. Mann. I'd sit them down. I was so happy to see him. Very nice, happy man. He just loved to be able to do the digital imaging. He's a surgeon, an anesthesiologist and all this stuff. And he really enjoyed learning how to use the tools of Photoshop Express. He took the class 3 times. Then he found himself duly proficient. I wonder how the Northeast is doing with the heavy winds, snow, high winds, dangerous, wind chill. Ooh, wind chill down to the minus 50. Ah, woo! That's cold. Drivers are urged to delay travel. Whiteouts and threatening cold are expected. It's stuff, you can freeze to death and your car stops for some reason. And you don't have a heating system in the car. You can't run home. So you stay in the car and hope someone finds you. And if they don't, they're going to find an icicle in the driver's seat. You'll be frozen solid. Yeah, you kind of go to sleep, and the kind of sleep you don't wake up from. You become frozen food department. This was a bulletin from the National Weather Service. Key points. The National Weather Service warns of severe winter storms across 5 states. Not Florida, of course. Travelers in Colorado, Alaska, Wyoming, and New York and Utah should exercise extreme caution. In other words, don't go anywhere. Just stay home. Keep the doors shut. Don't open up the doors. Make sure your windows are shut. Yeah, this is life-threatening weather. It's not the time to go out and have a snowball fight. No. New York's first free grocery store. Yeah, that looks attractive. You got bins of stuff. Uh-huh. Torrey Hall arrived at 6 a.m. to be the first in line. What's going on here? Library. I want favorites. There we go. So here's an interesting thing. Barron Trump is part of a 5-member team that has launched Yerba Mate. YERBAMATE. Let's try it again. Let's highlight the entire word. I do not want to select all. I just want to select. There we go. I'm going to select. Come on. Look up. Let's try. There we go. Oh, see. 7 scientific benefits of Yerba Mate. Huh. Let's go to the Yerba Mate website. 10% off. 416 dot. There we go. Continue. Check your text messages. Okay. Text messages. Final warning. I don't see any. New name, same Herba. Herba Mate, we celebrate Mother Earth. Watermelon, now in season. Yeah, watermelon flavor, that's very good. 12 cans for $34. It's like $3 a can. They're $2.75. Instacart. Watermelon. 150 milligrams of caffeine. Oh my God. Yeah, boy, that'll wake you up. Yeah. Herba Mate is shade grown, hand harvested in South America. This is Baron Trump's company. Wonder how it's doing. It's given us the opportunity to really explore seasonality. Different tastes. Nice. A little case of 12. 15 and a half fluid ounces. Blue for ya. You got a little carrot here. We can change to Enlighten. We have Organic Bravo Mango. Berry Lemonade. That I bet is tasty. Peach Reveal. Ooh. Lemon Edition Watermelony. Water of Melody. There's a mango flavor. Berry Lemonade. Oh, but that's the best. Right there. Only 20 calories. That's another reason. High caffeine, low calorie, certified organic. There's the name on top right there. Berry Lemonade. Yeah. from my photo album looking at the mermaid vodka. Yeah. Interesting, huh? You can float around different subjects here. There it is, yep. Picked it off that picture. AI. Empty classrooms, yeah. Remember they shut down the airport? It's because they were testing this machine. It's a laser. And it was sweeping around that whole 10-mile circle. So the FAA said, no planes here for the next 8 hours. Well, this thing is in operation. There we go. Counter-drone weapon caused a shutdown of El Paso's airspace. The whole, huge. It's a 20 kilowatt laser system that'll basically zap you if you get out of line. So they shut the airspace down for 8 hours, not 8 days or 10 days. Looks like some kind of a truck mounted 20 kilowatt laser. Ultra high speed.
It's 11:15.
It travels at the speed of light. 186,000 miles per second. Pretty fast. No wait. Instant. Cut a hole in your air thingy. There's a bad weather warning. Winter storm warnings. 120 inches of snow and 80 mile an hour winds. That is 10 feet of snow. Woo. Talk about a plow. These folks are supposed to make it to the U.S. International Space Station sometime this afternoon, I believe. SpaceX successfully gave them a lift. Literally. Pretty cool. Good old Elon. Yeah, there's a camera. See, here's how I used to report the lottery. Look at all those numbers. Oh my God. You don't know what you're doing. You get dizzy looking at this. And then I decided to go with the strip format. Just have 3 rows. I got the actual rollover, the next rollover in case no one wins the $395 million on Tuesday. Then you can look forward to maybe 405,000 at least on the next Wednesday. Or Tuesday party. So it'll be a week from today, February 20th. Yeah. So, ESPN, this is my list. Let's see what's going on here. Scotty Scheffler's so far down on the list. He's not doing too well. Yeah, he hasn't teed off yet. 11:33, tees off in 20 minutes. Is he playing with Jason Day? Looks like it. Scotty was 6 under yesterday. Both long hitters. Jason Day. Yeah, good man. He's struggling with this tournament also. He's tied for 34th place. Whew. He's way down on the list. He's got to really do well. Well, at least he didn't get cut. I know where the cut line was. Actually, not even on page 1 of this very tiny print. Yeah. He's 6 under, and Akshay Bhatia, minus 15. Yeah. 9 behind the leader. He's got to somehow or other climb up to minus. He's at minus 6, minus 20. It's going to take him a couple of days to overcome his... He had a par round the first day. That's what happened to him last week. He was in the back of the pack, and I think he won the tournament last week. It's like a monster. The monster's coming. Amazing. All right. That's ESPN. Take a look at the golf. Yeah, you pick up a couple of, and you shoot up the list pretty fast. You get some birdies. All right, sports fans. gonna get up and move around a little bit. Yep. Yeah. Fair way to go to lunch. And Mia Rosebud. First nice evening meal. As you can see, it's 11:23 and 53 seconds. Yeah. Boom gets in the way. Sorry. Yeah. You have a great Saturday. Make sure you give your sweetie a hug. With happy Valentine's Day. Yep, the 14th. Right before the Ides of March. So, you know what I gotta do? I gotta go full screen on that 14. It's the 14th. It's Saturday. It's Valentine's Day. And with that, I'm gonna been on the air an hour and 22 minutes on YouTube Live. Hope you've enjoyed Coffee with Jimmy. Have a great day.